Dow up 600 now. Time for a look at the notes catching our attention this morning. We'll start with Apple. Morgan Stanley hikes their target to 190 ahead of the Monday event where they're expected to reveal their new mixed reality headset. Morgan Stanley says the AR and VR market could now be worth $100 billion by 2030, more than $500 billion by 2037. And that does translate, in their view, to more than $20 billion in a category for Apple alone. Let's bring in our own Steve Kovac, who has to somehow make some of these projections, Steve, make sense.
Yeah, exactly. But let me put that $20 billion in context. Now, I know most companies would love to have $20 billion in sales for a single product. But to put that in context, Apple just last year in 2022, Carl, guess how much they sold in iPhones alone? Over $200 billion. So this is still predicted, at least according to these analysts at Morgan Stanley, a tiny fraction, just a tenth of the iPhone sales. This is still the iPhone company. And we've seen this so often with the products that come out from Apple post-iPhone that, sure, they sell in tens of billions or hundreds of billions every year, but it's not at the level of the iPhone yet. This is still the iPhone company, Carl, despite the optimism in this report about the AR headset.
This thing is not going to be cheap, Steve.
No.
I mean, it's some analysts say it's going to be $2,500, $3,000.
I've seen $4,000.
$4,000, whatever it is. It's very expensive in a time when consumer spending is a little bit strapped, and it's coming out at a time when everybody is talking about AI. Do you think they have the ability to change the conversation back to the excitement that once was around the metaverse and virtual reality?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Apple hates saying the word metaverse. I think Tim Cook's been asked about it and other executives in his roster, and they hate using that word. They do not like this term, the metaverse. What they see the potential here is augmented reality, which is the digital images placed on top of the real world. Yes, this headset will likely be able to do the virtual reality. But yes, to your point, everyone's excited about AI. They always talk about, or Apple always talks about AI as something that's more under the hood. Yes, they have Siri, but they don't necessarily have a ChatGPT competitor. That doesn't mean Siri can't get there one day, but there's so much artificial intelligence happening on the iPhone and various services under the hood that somewhat goes underappreciated. So there is a big part of that as part of this. But anytime Apple enters a category like this, Melissa, people start paying attention. And I would not be surprised just if this kicks off a new wave of headsets from competitors. By the way, Samsung is likely going to have theirs at the end of the summer.
Yeah, developers.
Exactly.
I do wonder, the Morgan Stanley note talks about both consumer and corporate demand. And I wonder, I mean, are we going to start talking about enterprise use cases?
Oh, see, that's always I feel like that's the death knell when we start talking about enterprise use cases before we even get to the consumer use case. Take a look at that startup Magically. They wanted to be a consumer product, then they pared it back, and now they're going after the enterprise. Google Glass, rest in peace. Same thing. They were going after the consumer, didn't work out the way they anticipated. They tried the enterprise, that didn't work out, and now the project's dead. So there is some ideas. There was just a report out in Bloomberg today that even MetaZone employees don't like doing work in the metaverse. So it's going to be really hard to convince people to do that. Still, this should have some enterprise capabilities. One thing that's been reported is, for example, it can kind of display your Mac screen inside the headset. So maybe you can actually do some work on your Mac while in this immersive environment. I've tried similar products from Meta. It's not that great, but maybe Apple has a better idea to make that work.
Sounds like a headache.
Yeah, exactly. It's like strapping a MacBook to your face. I don't know if you want that.
No.
Not right now. We'll see. Steve, Monday's going to be interesting. We'll watch it with your help. That's our Steve Kovac.
Thanks.